Sunday, week 10 here. And this one loaded with very interesting storylines. You got Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys returning to Green Bay. The Packers looking to snap a 5-game losing streak. Cardinals, Rams both looking to improve in their division. And then you got the Colts at the Raiders. Jeff Saturday's now Colts take the field. What are we to expect in this one? So Jeff Saturday, 2 weeks ago, the Raiders shutout loss to the Saints, tweeted this: Raiders look horrible. He was not a coach at the time. He had never coached before in the NFL or college level, still hasn't done that, and took some shots at the Raiders. And now he'll be facing the Raiders on Sunday. I don't know if they put that sign up in their locker room. Brady, would you do that? Would you have that sign in the locker room if you're playing them?
I don't know. Who cares? I mean, honestly, there's probably plenty of bulletin board material out there you can look at. Neither of these teams have been good. I mean, I'm not sure you're at to the point where you're even looking at bulletin board material, because they need to be studying film and studying their playbook to get better. I mean, that's the bottom line between these two teams.
I hate bulletin board material. I think it's garbage.
Okay, so let's put the bulletin board material aside. Let's put the tweet aside.
No, the reason I say that is I've seen many a coach put it up in their locker room, and I look at it, I'm like, what is it? They don't care. If you need bulletin board material to make yourself play better, then you got a problem.
Or just look at your shows and tweets.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this game, though. What on earth are we supposed to expect? I mean, I don't think we know what to expect. Maybe he doesn't know what to expect. Jeff Saturday and then their new play-calling guy who's 30 years old.
I know what to expect. They're going to stink on offense. They're terrible on offense. And the Raiders can actually...
Raiders favored by 6, by the way.
The Raiders can actually get after the quarterback a little bit. You know, Crosby can get after the quarterback. They will attack the quarterback, and he will go down a bunch because that offensive line is awful. I don't think changing the coach is going to change the offensive line. And so I think this is going to be ugly. I think this is a chance for the Raiders to get right. I think they blow them out. I think this is about a 15-point victory.
You know, both teams are in an awful spot right now. And to Pete's point, you know, the offensive line versus that defensive front for the Raiders, it's a big-time mismatch. But I don't know. Sometimes you see a dead cat bounce back. I might regret this pick, but 6 points. 6 points for two bad football teams right now. It feels like too much. I feel like the spread should be more like 3 or maybe 4. I mean, we're not talking about a Las Vegas Raiders team that's been a bunch of world beaters this year. So I'll go ahead and take the 6 points. I think you still have some talent on that Colts roster. Defense, offense, there's still some players there, there's some leaders there that'll step up amongst the chaos and still have some pride about themselves in the way they go about finishing. Even if their owner wants to put them in a tough position with an interim head coaching hire that was most recently coaching high school football and has no experience in the NFL. And so, like I said, I may regret this when it's all said and done. It's 6 points feels like kind of a lot for these two teams squaring off. I think sometimes we tend to look at this past week to give us an indication of what we think is going to happen the following week. And given how bad the Colts looked, we're all kind of over-exaggerating what this line should be. So I'll take the 6 points of the Colts here.
I can make a promise, 100% certainty.
Okay.
Jeff Saturday will not be a worse NFL head coach than Urban Meyer was. How about that? Will not be.
I don't know how many people are going to argue with you. Brady, let me ask you this from a player's perspective.
Brady can't.
I'm not going to ask Brady that.
I don't know what one has to do with the other. Like, it just seems like
because Jeff Saturday is just getting abused. Coaching football, if you're the head coach and you have good people around you, it's not that complicated. You're a leader of men, and you let the coaches coach.
But hold on for a second. Like, this is the problem with this hire. Is you've got a coach that's been to 2 Super Bowls and John Fox on that staff. Why not him? You have Gus Bradley, who's been a head coach before, who I know you know very well. This is a position where it's just for the rest of the season. And the fact that you would go to a guy who hasn't been inside those meetings, a part of this organization for the entirety of the season, has been an analyst at ESPN, it's disrespectful in some ways to all the guys that you've played for, the coach, people you've been around. And it's like, it's just probably a spot where you say, is this really having the best interest of the team, the players in that locker room in mind? It doesn't.
It's weird. So, it's weird. There's no question it's weird.
But it's weird. If you wanted to hire Jeff Saturday, if you wanted to hire him after the season, then that's fine. Like, go through the interview process, go look at all the candidates, hire him then. Not right now. By the time he gets his feet sunken in this team, you're going to have 4 games left. The season's basically going to be over after about a month.
From that standpoint, I get it. But as far as him being in over his head, that come on, that's ridiculous. Look, they said the same things about John Lynch when he got the job as a general manager of the 49ers coming out of the TV booth. Same exact things.
They're not even comparable. John Lynch got hired in the offseason. Kyle Shanahan called him to pick him.
He'd never been in the scouting department, though.
Yeah, you surround yourself with good people when you have time to do it. That's fine. You can succeed. The reality is, he doesn't have time to do that.
I get it from an interim standpoint. Right now, I get it.
I'll tell you what, from a TV perspective, though, a lot more people are going to be watching this game than would have had he not been fired and Jeff Saturday been hired there. Let's
Doing a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game, the highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.